Hello, this is my Tenways CGO600 Pro, and I've ridden, you can see here, let's change menus, 5,500 kilometers with it. I see it's flashing on my camera, but in real life it's not flashing at all. I've had it now for 2 years. You can see the dirt on it. 2 years. Looks like this. Little bit of rust. Some wear and tear. It's all original. Yeah, I can tell you what I think about it. For the price of 1,800, which still today it's the same price. I think the price should have dropped. But this was my first electric bike, and I was happy I bought it. But if I buy another one, it's not gonna be the same one. First off, I bought it because I fell in love with the style of the bike. I really liked it. But now that I've ridden with it, this, you know, the hard fork, I want to have a, what's it called? Suspension. I need suspension on the fork, because with an electric bike you're gonna ride longer rides than you would do with your normal bike, and you can feel it, really feel it in your wrists. After an hour of riding, an hour and a half, your wrists will start hurting, so that's not so nice. What I do like is the steer. You can completely change it to whatever position you like. At first it was like this, you know, very sporty, and you had to hunch over the bike. I adjusted it. I like to sit real upright, more upright than most people, which, you know, I like more. You do you, and you can do that. There is an arrow here in the front. You can just loosen the bolts up, turn your steering wheel, your steering, whatever this is called, steering bar, just in the right angle. The brakes are brakes, you know, if you press real hard, they'll lock up, works fine. The seat, it's still new. That's something good, you know. Still looks new. After 2 years I use it a lot. But it's kind of hard. Your ass will hurt after 2 hours. I don't wear anything special to go on a bike trip. I use it to go to work mostly, and some joy trips, or to go to my family. So that's that. So yeah, your ass will hurt if you drive it a lot. A lock, it does not come with a lock. There is no wheel lock, no nothing. So you have to buy your own lock, which is fine. But at that price point, again, if I buy another one, I would want one with a lock already on it, just to save me the hassle from putting one on. The belt is fine. Haven't had any issues with it. The motor is fine. Haven't had any issues with it. The fenders, not so good. If you lean against something, or you drop the bike once, I dropped the mine a couple times, you'll see it's not in the middle anymore. And I guess you can take this off and bend it back in a position, but you know, after a while it's not gonna be the same anymore. I bended it a couple times, so these aren't even straight anymore. Is what it is. Still, you know, it prevents my back from getting wet, so it's still working, but visually you can see that it's not lined anymore. In the front it is. In the front it looks nice on both sides. In the back it's all crooked. But it is what it is. It happens. The frame, even though I bought a lock with that has a protection, it has a rubbery cover on it, you know. Every time I open my lock and I pull the, you know, I pull it between my. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering my words. Every time that I open my lock and I pull it out of the wheel, it sometimes drops on the bike frame. Not only with this part, but also with this part, it has the rubbery part on it. And you can see, can you see? Yes, you can see. That's not bird shit. Those white dots is the paint flaking off. And you have those everywhere. Over here as well. Over here. That's filthiness, but that's, you know, one of those paint chips. It's sad, you know, to pay so much for a bike and the paint just flakes off. I've ridden plenty of old bikes, you know, the grandma style bikes, and that shit never happened. So that's a little bit sad. But it's fine, you know, I bought the bike to use it. I'm not gonna resell it. It's gonna die probably in my ownership or my family's ownership. What else? The battery. Oh, that's a. I've had an issue with the battery. So it still does the thing, you know. You put your lock in, you turn it, it still pops out, and you can get it out just fine. But from sliding it in and out, you can see there's some damage as well, some chippy chip damage. It happens. It happens. Didn't have issues for the first year and a half. And you're gonna really squish it in. Right. Oh. Until it clicks. There we go. I hadn't had issues for the first year and a half. But then I had a speed bump, you know. You go 25 kilometers an hour, so you're going quite fast for speed bumps and whatnot, and the battery just popped out. Scary at first, especially when you're riding. Luckily, because of the shape, it will just jump out, hit this, and then it will be stuck here, because you'll need to have another jump for the battery to actually fall out the bike. But still, that was not nice. And to fix it, on the inside of the bike you can, there's a Phillips head that holds a little metal plate on it. You can tighten that up and it will lock again. But that's, you know, a little sad that it happens. If I buy another bike, I'm gonna make a point of it to make sure the locking system is very nice. What else I can say? The brakes are good, the tires are fine. These are the tires that the bike came with. In the winter, but this is more of my fault, I've ridden it over snow. And if you ride it over snow or packed snow, the back wheel will actually slit because it will give you a little bit too much power. So that's kind of dangerous, especially in corners, but you know, it all depends on you. You shouldn't be riding in the snow, to be honest, on the road, because that's dangerous in the first place. But I don't have a... This is my number one method of transportation, so I use this. What else? Oh, I'll pause for a second. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. There was someone passing by and I didn't want to be talking to a camera. Seemed weird to me. So what was I talking about? Oh! The backlight that comes with, it ain't that great. I swapped mine for a magnetic one that I can plunk on. Also the front light, again, I liked it. how it was integrated into the bike to have a light. There you go, put it on. But there are a couple problems with it. First off, the angle on it. It only shines light until like over there, you know. If you go 25 kilometers an hour, you really cannot see far enough to be driving safely, to be honest, to see, you know. So if you drive in the middle of the night, it's not that good. I would advise you to buy another light. Also, if you turn the bike and you go in a corner, you can't see in front of you because the light is on the frame, so you can't see where you're going. So, you know, on the other versions of the bike, you can see that they have a light again on the steering bar, the handlebars, instead of on the frame, which I think is better. Also, next time if I buy a new bike, I won't buy one with the light on the frame like that. I don't like it anymore. I think it's dangerous, to be honest. But I ride a lot at night. I do night shifts, so you know, early mornings, that stuff. What else? You have 3 settings: 0, 1, 2 and 3. On 0 it will do nothing. You will be pedaling on your own. Number 1 is what I use the most, just 1 bar. After 40 kilometers, 50 kilometers, you will be sweating. You will have to push the bike a little, but the assist is nice. You can ignore winds. You don't feel the motor. When you're pedaling, it will feel nice. It will feel like you're having a breeze in your back, which I appreciate. Number 2, I don't use a lot. Number 3 is just, you know, if you pedal, the bike goes 25 an hour. The moment you pedal, you'll see the bike will go very, very quickly. You see, there you go. Just a little push and it will go. So number 3, only for when you're when you're done biking, when you want to get home. And then this, the whole bike is sturdy. You get a set of tools to, you know, if anything comes loose, you can tighten it. Everything is good except this. Yep. There you go. When you're riding, every small bump you make, you hear that shit? That's the only shit that makes noise from the whole bike. Most of the time you won't hear it, but on the gravel path you'll hear it all the time. So, you know, you can take it off, and I did take it off a couple times, but then you have to lean the bike against the wall or something. Can park it. That's about it. Oh, of course, the most important thing, the range on the bike. You can see now how much percentage I have. Can you see it? I don't know. It doesn't focus there, but no, well, maybe if I hold my hand in front of it. No, not that good. Okay, it's 33%. I've ridden 5,500 kilometers with it. The range now is 28 kilometers. It won't go 28 kilometers, even on the first setting, I can tell you that much. If I'm at 100% battery, I can do a whole work week with 1 battery and still have battery left. I live about 5 kilometers from my work, so I do 10 kilometers, 10 and a little bit every day. So I can safely say, if you're on this first setting, you can do 50 kilometers a week, whatever weather it is, and still have like 30% left on the bike for your weekend trip back and forth to the shop to buy something. I don't know. But on number 3, I would say 50 kilometers. Yep, that's about it. Maximum 50 kilometers, depending also. Look where I live. No hills over here. It's all flat. I don't do bridges very often. Also, I stay on bike paths, so I then don't have to stop very often, because that drains the bike, you know, if you have to start and stop all the time. So there you go. Would I buy it again? No way. Most important reasoning being the range. I would like to go further with an electric bike, so I would like to have a bigger battery. The suspension, I want suspension on the front fork and maybe suspension in the saddle for my next bike. The motor is fine. What else? The light. I don't like the light on the frame. Looks nice, but it points till there, nowhere further. So you need an extra light. I don't like that. The bike should be, you know, good when you buy it, and you shouldn't have to buy something else to make it work. I shouldn't have to buy a lock. It shouldn't rust. I've ridden the bike through rain plenty of times. It's just a little bit though. But I store it only at work under a in a little cottage thing. So it's under a roof. At home it's in a garage, so it's dry. So, you know, it's weathering on some spots. Mostly fine, weathered on some spots. The saddle, I would like to have a somewhat more comfortable saddle. Tail light. For the next bike I would want to have one that has a tail light integrated in the bike. That's about it. Yep. All in all, I'm happy. This was my first bike, but I wouldn't buy it again. There we go. Okay, bye bye.